is doing blessed, highly favored, and definitely hope the same for you. And if this is your first time stopping by my channel, much love to you and welcome. And to my returning subs, my growing extended beautiful family, just thank you so much for the love and support. It's just so beautiful how we are connecting on so many different levels, and we can resonate with each other's trauma as well as spiritual shifts is truly amazing. It's just a good reassurance that we are not alone. So, with that being said, much love to all. Namaste, love and blessings, love and light, and many blessings are definitely coming your way. And if you have been watching my videos for a while and have not already, please like and subscribe, hit that notification bell so you know when your girl has to upload her next video. Also, if you are comfortable enough, drop me a line or two. I would love a chance to get to know you as much as you're getting to know me, even if it's about the positive feedback of the content of my video, or you're just up telling me about your empathic gift, how it impacted your life, and heading you towards a positive direction. Also, if you feel like the videos are very informative to you or give you good vibes or good information that you would love to share with a loved one, family, or a friend, or even a fellow empath that are going through trying times and need confirmation or validation towards life path or even soul purposes, please go ahead and share. And while you're at it, give your girl a thumbs up, like, and also share on her social media favorites wherever you see fit. And thank you once again for the love and support. It's so greatly appreciated. And I hope that you're able to resonate with the content of this video. And the music I'm listening to on the background, I gotta turn it up a little bit. Is called 528 hertz meditative music, positive energy, music for harmony and rejuvenation, raised vibration. And I will post that link in the description box below. And my video today is Twin Flame 101. When your trauma has empowered you in ways you can't believe. That is so true. It's just like we are all on this verge of self-discovery, of knowing ourselves on such a different but deeper level, and it's allowing you to be able to relate on all different forms and all different levels of the trauma that you have experienced through this life as well as past lives. A lot of things that we're coming to terms with, and there's a lot of things that went on. It's just like, damn, why did I allow myself to hold on to these situations for so long? Why did I allow myself to keep bad memories as well as trauma to play in, have it on repeat in our minds? It's just like so many things has happened, where I can look at, and some of it is very emotional, and especially when you're coming to a close of it and you're allowing yourself, I was talking to my girl yesterday, and it really gave me a deep, I really stepped back and just evaluated myself in a few minutes while I'm just talking to her, because we were talking about all our different, stages of our lives that's changing for the better. Even though there might be times that things do feel heavy, you're constantly, like, sometimes it feels like you're on an emotional roller coaster. You can be happy one minute, you can get frustrated the next. Some things are coming to the surface where you try not to engage in that, but it's allowing you to, part ways with things that are no longer serving you. I used to hold on to a lot of things, and I used to just get mad all over again. But I had to be able to tell myself, you're not allowing yourself to go about things like you used to. You're not allowing people to, walk all over you or just constantly blaming yourself for everything that's going on. Yes, I accepted my responsibilities. It took me a while to, actually take responsibilities for a lot of the actions that I had. I wasn't a perfect person. I know I did, my damage towards my life. But I had different kind of, somebody else was putting adding leverage to that. So I'm accepting mine, regardless of the people that has done things to me, has acknowledged theirs. That's fine. That's not where my life is going to be holding on a standstill, waiting for that to happen. A lot of times, people, when they're genuine about things, they can actually apologize. I'm a type of person, if I feel like I'm wrong, I'll say, you know what, I was wrong about that situation. I'm gonna apologize to you. Maybe you misconstrued the things I said. Maybe I didn't notice how my actions impacted on someone else. But it's just like I can just, go by different videos and I get emotional, or as well as I can laugh at a lot of things. I try to be funny in a lot of my videos. If you've been with me for a while, I keep it 150% real. If I feel like I'm engaging in a lie, I'm not going to say it. I'm very authentic. I don't have no time to be sitting up here being fake about anything. I have to be able to speak my truth, be proud of it, no matter what people are thinking about. And, being able to see where my life is taking me, seeing all the endless possibilities, positive possibilities that are going to be occurring in my life because I allow myself to go with the flow, not controlling everything. Yeah, I might not know where my path is leading me to, but I know it's going to lead me to a lot of things that I might not be able to comprehend. And then it's just like when I was telling my girl yesterday, I'm like, girl, I really, really it uplifted myself, allowed, I had people that were around me that brought me down, but thank God, I know my shift has took a big turn because of just all the people that that's gravitating towards me. They're all not about insecurities and stuff like that. We all got insecurities, but I'm the type of person, regardless of what I got going on in my life, I don't never feel like I'm better than anybody, regardless of who I'm related to. I feel like all of us can win. All of us have a coming towards you, long as you're able to do the work to get to it. A lot of times I felt like, I earned my stuff, so I didn't really have to work hard for it. I'm not even gonna lie. I first started off that. I said, girl, you got everything twisted. And God looking at me like, girl, if you don't go sit down somewhere so I can learn this to you, yes, learn this. Not teach you, but learn this to you. And I had to really, swallow that pill called truth. And it wasn't all pretty. There's a lot of things that I was not able to accept criticism on, or corrective criticism at that. But now it's just like that's a part of growth. You can fail, you can fall, you can hit a brick wall, but as long as you were able to dust yourself off and keep going, like, okay, let me find a different approach, let me find a different way of coming towards things. Am I allowing myself to focus on my come up instead of my failures? I allow myself to look at my failures as like, okay, I never want to feel this way again. I'm gonna make sure I take different actions towards the things that I'm trying to pursue in my life. I used to have a bad habit of wanting to hold on and stay focused on, oh, you remember when this happened and you remember when that happened. And it's just like when you can allow yourself to use those certain situation as, what, this has happened to me, but this situation has allowed me to learn things on so many different levels, allowed me to appreciate those downtimes. I appreciate my mistakes. I appreciate the things that I was lied to about, cheated about, all these different things. They have empowered me in one way or another. And it's just like I would never change anything for the world, because it's like, even though my situation, it was very hard, but it has really strengthened me on so many different levels. Even though if I don't have all the answers right now, if things has not came to the close, if there are certain things that's been laying around in the dark hasn't came to light, it's just like I can't sit up here and be focused on that. It's just my growth is so important to me. Me succeeding, me being a better person than I was yesterday or even 5 minutes ago. And it was just like I was talking, to, a soul family today. And, and they're really, it's just the comments y'all be leaving me at times. It gets me so emotional, because then it allows me to really be in my thoughts and say, this is the purpose of me making these videos, because of the responses I get, allowing people to know they're not alone, allowing yourself to know you're not crazy. There's more people out here than you can even imagine that are going through these hard times. We just don't speak about it. Not everybody is vocal about the stuff that they're going through, because these are the things that they deal behind closed door when nobody else was around. There's many days I sat here and cried. There's many days I done went through stuff and got pissed off and trying to understand, why are these things happening to me? Why do I have to keep going through this? I'm sending out so much positivity, but then get a lot of negative back, because I was looking at all the negative things and not actually being able to pay attention and appreciate, you know, um, the blessings that has came out of those tragic situations. And now it's like the more I'm more grateful, even though it's like it could be the littlest things, and then I see it, and then all of a sudden I get this little chill, and I say, I look at, I look up at the sky and say, God, that was all you. That was all you. And I say I'm not a religious person, but it allows me to see how much faith has been involved in my life. you know different possibilities and turnarounds has been involved in my life. When there's days that I didn't feel like there was a way out of certain things, or certain things weren't going my way, it ended up, turning around in my favor anyway. I had to allow myself to have faith in myself, as well as have confidence in myself, as well as the higher power, and that was kind of hard to do, especially when you dealt with, my mom's ex-husband being a preacher and his wife being a first lady and stuff like that. And I'm just like, if this is what religion is, I'll be damn. I don't want to be. I'm like, where the hell are you leading these folks to? And it sure ain't heaven. Because I used to ask him that, and he used to get really mad at me. And he got mad because I spoke my truth, and he wanted to go ahead and silence me any kind of way possible. I allowed myself to be the bigger person. Not allowing myself, I said, I look at my situation and allow myself to see it goes far deeper than the things that you have just went through. You had to go through this. You had to struggle. You had to have setbacks after setbacks, failures after failures. Things has been you've been deprived of on things that was just not fair. You don't understand. There's many things that I don't speak about that, I've cried so many tears about because I said, okay, this is something I'm gonna let go of. I don't even need to, even engage in a conversation about that because it's like, it's irrelevant, but it was a blessing at the same time. And being able to know, it was just like everything is, it falls in place. It makes a lot of sense to me because there are certain times I'm on my downtime and I'm on my grind and, and I'm just like, dang, you don't went through a lot of stuff, but these situations that showed you how strong you can get, especially if you've been with me for a long time and seen my videos from either last year or the year before. I can't believe this is almost going on 4 years. No, 3. Yeah, I think it's been almost 3.5 years I've been doing this. And it's like today I was in study mode. This is the reason why I'm doing my videos all late because I was just reading up on so many different things. And I'm asking them, like I said yesterday, I asked for different content because I got like about 50 subjects that I haven't even really talked about, but I wasn't feeling them at that time. And I was like, okay, that was like about three weeks ago. I'm not even feeling that anymore. Can you give me something that, I'm open to learn about, dealing with what are the things that I was thinking about? Uh, emotional vampires as well as my ability with metrics. I didn't even know that was actually, the thing. There are abilities that I've gotten gifts about. Like I've told y'all, there's a lot of gifts that you have been carrying and you have done. What is it? Unconsciously, you weren't knowing you were doing it because there was more things I was reading up on. One to end up finding about 3 other gifts that I know I've had before, just because of certain situations that popped off. Now I think um what am I pronouncing it right? What is it? Psychometry. I think I'm pronouncing it right, but it's just different things. Like I can be able to touch somebody or touch certain things that don't belong to me, or certain things that holds a lot of value towards somebody, and can tell somebody about the things, the energy that it carries and all that stuff. And I was like, dang, I've been doing that since I was little. There's certain places I can't go in. I used to get very high anxiety for going through stuff like that. But there was more things I was touching base on. I was watching a couple of Victor Otto's videos. I got to discuss about certain things he was talking about. I said it's so crazy because I had to leave a message with him, and I said, yo, I done said about all the things that you're talking about. I done said about 4 or 5 videos, and you summed it up in one daggone video. This is so crazy. And and it's just crazy how we all can be aligned on so many things. You're getting high pitched frequencies, you're going on emotional roller coasters. A lot of things that you have suppressed for so long, forgot all about, all of a sudden they're coming to the surface. And it's just like all these different things are bringing you towards bigger and better, because it's just like, yeah, you might be struggling right now, the year is almost over with, and then it's just like when you heading into 2020, 2020 is all it feels like it did, like when 2000 came, it was like another millennium done came off or whatever. It feels kind of like that. And it's just like, we have been through hell and high water, got frequent fire miles on that mess. But when you allow yourself to really step back and go down memory lane and see how things, you felt like you couldn't be able to handle, like you might have went through a very intense breakup with somebody you really held dear to your heart, and then found out, these folks wasn't even about really, they used you, they dogged you, they hurt you in some kind of way. But you had to be able to go through those things. I've seen people that, that I have really cared about and hold near and dear to my heart. And it was just like, they said that person was supposed to be in their life. And they said, you're right as hell. They were supposed to be in your life, and they were going to show you exactly what you need to look for. And when you find another one like that, It could hurt like hell when you're in a situation, whether it has something to do with a close coworker that that you're close with, or a best friend or a boyfriend or a girlfriend, and it comes out that there was lies, deceits, and all type of stuff. Felt like you were on some kind of reality show or a soap opera. But those things are like blessings in disguise. And a lot of times I used to laugh at that. I was like, please, this wasn't no blessing. But actually it is. I always tell people, never feel like anything you have come in connection with who or what kind of situation, and it puts you in an emotional standstill. It really shook you. And then when you allow yourself to take that part in healing, on that journey of healing, you allow yourself to see that that was a big benefit in your life, because it allowed you to see the things that you need to learn about certain people, what things to look for, what kind of characteristics do they carry. If you're dealing with somebody, and it's not like you're comparing them to certain toxic situations, but if they're giving you that reminder of it, that's the reason why you having that, because they carry a certain kind of traits that you have went through and experienced before. Then you're allowing yourself to cut ties with that situation before it gets any deeper. So you're allowing the trauma that you have really went through, if you're on that verge of healing, allowing yourself to be desperate, like, how can I part ways with this? I'm tired of feeling this way. I'm tired of being in a dark situation. It feels like I've been in certain situations longer than I'm supposed to. But you have to understand, everything is, it takes time to be able to build on a stable foundation for what you're trying to bring into your life. You had to go through those setbacks. You had to go through those failures. You had to run into brick walls a couple of times. You had to bump your chin, skin your knee a little bit. Long as you had to have that bounce back game that nobody couldn't, that is indestructible. And those are the things you had to go through. We are all like fierce warriors of an evolution of a new age. And it is like it's always been there, but you had to go through all these trials and tribulations for you to be reminded of that. Like I always tell y'all, it's always been there. You have your spirit guides, you have your archangels, you have your angels, you have your loved ones that really encourage you. They tell you, you're a person of strength. You're resilient on everything you do. And a lot of times we doubt that. They see us. If you're having people threatened by just the energy you carry, obviously you carry something that they envy. They wish they had that the way they do. And they carry it too, but they're so busy looking at everybody else's situation, they're not paying attention to their own. But it's like all these different situations had to occur in your life. You had to go through all these trials and setbacks and dark times and overwhelming situations for you to be able to allow that your power just to reflect on so many different levels. Because there's times I see myself and I might not like what I see, but I have that power to change, so I don't have to sit up here and cross-examine myself on certain things. Because like I said, we're our own worst enemy. We will criticize ourselves quicker than we allow somebody else to do it. But when there's things in your life that you can possibly change, do that. If you're doing something to make you feel better about your self-esteem, you do that. If it's in a positive way, let me say it that way. Let me retort in a positive way. Because a lot of times people do things and hurt other people and go out their way to make people feel low to empower themselves, which I really feel is a weak ass move. I've known people like that, but I had to be able to pray for them folks and keep it moving. But allowing yourself to really sit back and look at the situations you have been through, the situations that you really felt that you were never going to recover from, and you end up doing it. But it just took time for those things to, embark in you. It wasn't, for you to be able to uh put walls up, because it's like life lessons. I've been through really toxic relationships, whether it was with coworkers, so-called best friends, or family members and stuff like that. But I still feel there are good people out there. You shouldn't just close yourself off because of some bad situations that went on. That's not fair to you. Because I know so many people sit up here, oh, all men are the same, or oh my God, all women are the same. But if you keep on attracting the same folks all the time, what do you expect? If you're not going out the box and try something different, because a lot of people go, they got their little standards, and then they're wondering why they got half-ass people in their life. You have to be able to broaden your horizons and stuff like that, rearrange your filter or something, and allow yourself to change. you know, and being able to do things that makes you happy, living your life. Life is too short. There's so many people that I used to deal with because I used to work in a convalescent home, a retirement home, where they were very successful people. They were pilots, they were teachers, doctors, lawyers, and stuff like that. And I used to really sit there and talk to them, and they were like, some of my kids don't even do this. And I said, you know what? I've had grandparents that I was not close to. So I look at them as my grandparents because it's like I didn't have that chance to do that. And sometimes, all, senior citizens want to do is tell you about their past or tell you about different, experiences they had or whatever. And I enjoy doing that with them. And it's just like I always used to say, I wish I would have did more with my life. I wish I would have, took more risk or allowed myself to think out the box, instead of being so scared about what was around the corner. Whatever's meant for you is going to be meant for you. You can't control everything. When it's your time is up, is your time is up. But it's just like you have to be able to live it. You have to be able to experience it. Don't leave yourself in a situation or just focus on a situation that is ran its course. You have to just keep it moving. So allow your trauma and your setbacks and things, really look at it and allow yourself to see the strength you have had when you overcame those certain things or seeing the signs of things that's getting better. Don't focus on all the bad stuff that's going on, because if you focus on all the bad stuff, you're going to miss out on so many little blessings that came into your life and made things a little bit easier for you. And you have to be grateful for those little things, because those little things can end up making a big impact down the road. So I hope that you are able to resonate with the content of this video. I would love to give a post notification shout out to Roslynn. Much love to you. I hope you're watching the video and having a great weekend, and welcome to the fam. And if this is your first time stopping by, my channel, welcome. I'm good to have you. Drop a line so I can go ahead and give you a post notification shout out. And I'm giving a post notification shout out to the deity Said It. um and like, subscribe, thumbs up, share, uh hit the bell so you know when I'm about to upload my next video. Have a blessed, safe weekend. Be responsible for everything you do, and know that you are truly blessed, highly favored, and forever loved, and knowing there's always somebody out there praying for your better days. And I hope and pray whatever you're trying to achieve in your life, you have get blessings of abundance 100 times more than what you expected. And make sure you give out love, light, and positivity and prosperity vibes towards somebody. You never know, your love as well as your kind vibes and words can really take somebody a long way. And I'll see you on my next video. Much love, peace, be wild.